What's up? Um, how's everybody? Just wanted to do a first impression on the Promised Neverland anime. I just want to start off by saying, just like, holy fuck, it's another one of those animes. First and foremost, it gives me that. I don't know if you've seen it, but the Darling and the Franks vibe, where the kids were just like living in complete and utter mystery, and pretty much the only goal was to just please the adults, kind of shit. And I the first thing I want to say is that I like the mystery. The mystery is it's very captivating, because when I got into it, because I jumped in this blind. I just heard a lot of people talking about it. I didn't watch any trailers, or I didn't read a wiki, or I didn't read a description of what the fuck is going on. I just jumped right into it because, first off, I was bored and I wanted to watch some anime. And why not watch some anime that is critically acclaimed by my anime peers? And yeah, I just want to say for sure, Overworld, that opening is a fucking amazing. Overworld does some great openings. I remember them doing the opening for My Hero Academia. That shit was just so good. Like they just have a great ear for anime openings. They just do it every time. I've always been impressed with their openings. But back to the show. So I watched the first episode, and there was a lot of questionable things in there. I was always, and the thing a lot of people tend to not do when they watch anything is just immerse yourself in that world, put yourself in that world, because that I feel like that's important, because then you could see it from the character and the writer's perspective, if you get what I mean. And it, first off, they were too happy. Like everybody was just getting along and whatever, which is there's no issue with that, but it's just I noticed Mother is a creep for real. And I was watching it, and it's a bunch of like little kids, and I have a soft spot for children anyway, and they're all in the orphanage and shit. And I remember seeing them standing in front of the gate, and I'm assuming that there was a flashback, but I might have to go back and watch that just to clarify on that. But the main character, I swear to God, even in the opening, I thought that was a boy, because the hair was just like masculine looking until I saw the skirt. I was like, so that's a girl. Oh, never mind. But the character designs are pretty good. I enjoy the art. It's easy to look at. The coloring and the tone, I like it. I'm not gonna look at the genre yet. I want to. I'm going mystery, suspense, and maybe even horror, because like going back to the show, when the girl Connie was getting adopted, which I know was some bullshit, because they did kind of the same thing in the Darling and the Franks, when one of those kids went away, and they was like, okay, so if he went away, where did he go? And I started to pick up on when the kids were saying like no other kid was sending letters. I was like, so what the fuck are they doing to these kids? I was just thinking, some regular schmegular shit. Like they were, and I remember in Darling and the Franks, they were just, putting them away, like they wouldn't even become adults or whatever. They would just like put them in like some type of tubing, and that's just pretty much where they'll just be forever. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, when they went to the gate, when the little girl left her bunny, I was not expecting what I fucking saw. And I like how they alluded to it at first when, damn it, I forget her name. The girl boy. It is what it is. I was just fucking around. But the main character, who happens to be a girl that looks like a boy, until she opens her mouth and you see her full body, and you happen to see that she's wearing a skirt, so that kind of tells you. But then again, in this day and age, it kind of doesn't. But back to it, I'm just fucking around. And they looked in the back of the truck. I was thinking that might have been the case with what they saw, but I don't think I was going to see something completely different, but that was fucked up. And there was a plant growing out of her, and I was like, what the fuck is this about? Like a rose growing out of her. And I'm like, oh, did they feed her a rose? I'm like, she was fucked up. She was legit fucked up. And the horror in their face pretty much told the whole thing, especially when the girl looked in the truck, and I was like, oh no, not that little girl. I think she was probably like 6. She's just doing a thing. She's just a little kid. They're all just kids, and that mother, whatever the fuck you want to call her, she's fucked up. She has that weird V-shaped smile. I'm trying to remember, like on One Punch Man, Sonic, I think that was his name, Speed of Sound Sonic. He had that weird V-shaped smile. Like, what the fuck is that? And she had it, and I love the depiction of her, just how psychotic she was. You can tell something was fucked up, but she might be a demon. I really think like she's a little bit more connected than what they're saying, and I think she's a demon. The second episode, because when they found out, like, they were trying to, play it off like they didn't know what the fuck was going on, trying to, keep it as normal as possible so mother wouldn't find out. And, man. I remember when they were in the hallway, and they were talking, and then one of the kids pulled the white-haired kid away for a moment, and when he was coming back, homegirl was looking at the picture. Damn, I need to remember these names, but all I remember is Connie, because R.I.P. Connie, because that was some fucking bullshit. They were looking at she was looking at the picture that wasn't there, and I was like, shit, that sucks, man. And then out of fucking nowhere, mother came. Had me all fucked up. Had me all the way fucked up. I was like, oh no. This bitch is really crazy. Like, she was in her face with just like the most piercing stare that you could possibly have. I was like, oh shit. This bitch is meaning business, man. And so all that, went on. So they're trying to plan out how to get out of there. And they were planning on how to get out of there. And it's not working out. Because they see a wall. There was a wall in the... They're like surrounded by a wall and a gate, and they said the wall was like 3 meters wide. I don't know how big that is when it concerns like how Americans measure shit, because we want to be on some other shit for whatever reason. I don't know. Why not everybody be on the same page so we won't be confused when somebody from another place says something when it concerns measurements that won't even jog your memory. Come on. But whatever. And yeah, it's just a fucking mess right now, bro. And I feel bad for those kids. And yeah, but yeah, back to how I feel about the whole show. Like, I'm gonna watch this till the end. I'm very interested. So I might do some recaps every 2 episodes, or maybe once I finish the episodes that are released. But I'm really looking forward to an English dub and seeing the talent that they put on that. And yeah, I'm gonna give The Promised Neverland a chance because it's very interesting. It's already captivated me. It's a mystery that I want to see through, you know. So yeah, I would highly recommend it to people who, if you haven't watched it or you're looking for an anime to watch, go and watch Promised Neverland because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But until then, when I finish this up, I'll give you a full recap on the whole series and tell you how I feel about it from beginning to end. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. This has been RGM Pod, and I'm signing out. You know what it is.